Styles, BW Styles, with a dominant 3-0 victory, goes into winners finals. And now let's creep on over to the losers half, where Jasdoki is waiting in losers round number 5 for the match we are getting ready to watch right now between Luxray NYC and RP4, two of the guys at the top of our power rankings for this season number 4. I'm coming to you, Cherry. What are we expecting to see in this match, if we can even guess what people are going to play?
I don't even know, like, because I feel like every time I say this about Luxray and RP4 in separate matches and losers, it's like, they're just like, nah, let's just be like Wario.
Let's yeah.
And like Toon Link, like what? Like really? I'm trying to like give some speculation and you guys are just like purposely throwing me under the bus, come on. But if they pull it serious, Link, Falco. I don't think we'll be seeing DK. Maybe Incineroar, I can see that. But one of the last times they did play, they did do reverse mains, which was hilarious. But I don't know, that was so funny. Like the one time they did reverse mains.
Yeah, no, they definitely threw us for a loop on that, because I had to kind of take a second look at the versus screen, and I had switched the scores. I had flip-flopped the scores because I said, oh, I got it wrong. Meanwhile, I had it right. I just hadn't guessed that they were going to fool us all on the character selection. So, yeah, no, it's always a good surprise with these guys to see. And Solidus Hedgehog throwing us one saying, I'm calling Rosalina and Luma, I'm assuming. Oh, so
gosh. Yeah. I swear, if he's right, he better get VIP or something. That's like, that's so left field that like if he's right, like I mean he might just have him, like we might be rigged. It might be rigged.
No, right? They might have colluded. There might have been collusion on that.
Yeah, they're like, listen, Cherry will say something crazy, and if you say this and get it right, like you never know. Plus, he's the street boss. He's got that inside.
He does have the insider information. That's very true. I'm assuming that they are discussing their stage selects and PM right now, because I haven't seen. Yeah, I haven't seen any discussion in the. Yeah, I haven't seen any discussion in the. Yeah, I haven't seen any.
Solidus is saying Luma is a projectile. That's true. He could throw Luma around.
I would love to see that. Wasn't Rosalina a pretty high ranked character in Smash over on the Wii U?
Yeah.
Rather?
Yeah. So she was pretty dang good. It was a lot of like her Luma. Actually, like depending on the game, it has a lot different health, and so pretty much if you're able to take it out, Luma also respawns much quicker in this game. But the problem with it is like she doesn't have as much health, so like she dies a lot quicker. And okay. Luma is how you get your kills. It's how you it's like her gimmick as well. It's like, so when you are shielding a move and Luma's next to you, you can up smash out of shield and Luma will tank whatever's being thrown on your shield, and then you can then attack instantly afterwards. And with that, as well as being able to edge guard off stage and not worry about if people hit because like Luma's still alive or not. She's good in this game, but I think she's a lot higher skill level. She's a lot higher skill 4 than she did in Smash 4, just because there's a lot more to think about with resource management. But what we are seeing is this.
Yep, and Luxray NYC in the chat says that he's got his battle outfit in Incineroar.
Very hyped to see. And like sometimes like, even though you see it a lot, like it's kind of awesome to see these characters, and especially now that Luxray has decided, all right, I'm gonna fight at disadvantage. I'm gonna make it even more hype, because now we're gonna like watch in like 30 seconds. We're gonna be seeing a stock taken by it, like Luxray, and we're gonna be like, how do you come back from this? And it's gonna be even. Like I'm calling it. I'll call it in advance. At 5:50.
Let's see.
I will be right around.
Yes. He does have RP4 at 90% right now. And there's the up.
Oh, man. RP4's trying his hardest. Keep that
10
stock.
seconds. Yeah, right. Just to make you wrong. Oh, there was. Oh, almost on the second. Almost on it. You were 2 seconds.
Wow.
I mean, essentially you said before 550, so I mean you're right, and I mean almost at the second itself. No, it's crazy.
Yeah. That was pretty funny, but I mean, yeah, like that's kind of how fast these matches can go. Like to put it in perspective, like that's as much time as you can need to take sometimes just to say like, hey, like I just need to get whatever it is, like read-wise, to get myself back into this game. And it may feel impossible sometimes, but like if you're ever down, just remember, it literally took Luxray 30 seconds to figure out what he needed to do. And so if that's not inspiration, like I don't know what is. So he's still fighting kind of towards the end of his second stock, but a max rage Incineroar is a scary beast. And with his battle suit on, like Luxray was saying in chat, like you gotta imagine he's fighting completely serious today. Never hold him out. And look at that, really great DI. Max rage now.
Yeah, RP4 on point with these bombs right now.
Yeah. It's so awesome to see these types of setups, man. It's scary to play against, but awesome to watch.
Ooh.
And there it is, the up throw. Finally taking it off. Nice awareness of RP4, knowing that he doesn't need to overcommit to some sort of setup or like a smash tech or something crazy. Because at this percent, like, if you miss something like that as Link, like, you overcommit that hard. Luxray, we've seen him in the past punish, and even now, like, with that. Side B is going to do a pretty decent amount of damage, and you don't want to be in that position as RP4.
I like how Luxray left that bomb over there on the other side of the screen, so, you know, there's no more bombs to expect to come out.
Yeah, and look at this. So this is something I talk about all the time, is stage control. See how Luxray is kind of just like staying in this area, but like really not allowing center stage to be gotten until just now. And that was all from him just really getting really hard reads on what RP4 would do coming off from ledge, and also mixing up where he was standing and what he was doing when RP4 would get up from ledge to keep him off as long as possible. Now that finally RP4 has that bomb out, he can try to control again, but as soon as he does, that was a really smart use of it, was to use it as a Z-drop, and RP4 is now dancing around these platforms again. And I think that, I don't know, oh wow, he barely made that back. I think that this stage, like, I think it's okay, especially since, like, these players do know each other so well, in terms of, like, their, like, the matchup stuff. But I think that, or at least I hope, that for the next game, regardless of who picks, I hope we see a small battlefield or a different stage that's maybe a bit smaller, because I think that that's kind of what's making Luxray struggle a bit here. Because I would say it's fairly even just in terms of like what the guessing game is. But for damage ratio and stuff like that, wow, he killed himself there. I think that that's the one thing Luxray's kind of struggling with, is whenever Link's on the platform, he really doesn't have much to do. He's gonna live really great DI from Luxray. Again, like, and then there's the counters. Now you have to worry about damage. Yeah.
And another
one. That's double stack. That's 3 times now. Gotta be super careful here.
Oh, I was gonna say I was worried about a clothesline.
Yeah, but there it is. That's so courageous. That's so brave of RP4. It's just like, when you, like, that's one of the ways you can get rid of it, is by getting a grab. And, oh my gosh.
Woo.
Not yet, but he gets another grab. How crazy. Like if I was him, I'd be freaking
RP4
out.
working on a 0 stock life right there.
Snipe. Wow.
And because it's a bow and arrow, it always counts as a no-scope. Let's take a look at the replay.
Bullseye, but I guess cat eye in this sense.
Right.
I don't know what is he. He's like a cat wrestler?
A cat tiger? I don't know.
I don't know Pokemon. Not that well. He's so cool though. I just wish he was a bit better, because Incineroar is so cool.
No, he's a pretty exciting character to watch. Luxray, but half the damage came from something other than spot dodge being wow.
Yeah. Awkward, Magnificent, myself, and Awk have played Smash here or there, and whenever, like, one of us picks Incineroar, you always know that one of us is going to get cheesed a bit with, like, that spin move that he has.
Yeah.
It does so much shield pressure, and it's also just so annoying to deal with. And, like, especially if you're not expecting it or whatnot. And it can kill, like, like it's decent at everything if you use it like at least somewhat correctly, and it's really neat to see like a higher level Incineroar's kind of play, because you don't see that move too often because it can be punished.
Yeah, very true. All right, we got game 2 coming up right now. It looks like they may have thrown out their picks off stream. We should be getting some type of result from them in just a second.
Luxray saying he's a wrestler. That's my stone cold.
All right, looks like he came right back with them. I'm curious as to which stage they're going to. Let's hop into the full game.
Yeah, I'm definitely curious.
FD.
Ooh. And with the Mega Man, love it. I have like a playlist of all the Smash stage music, and I just always, like, whenever this stage is on, I always instantly know where it is in my playlist. I'll skip right to it and just find it. I'm like, alright, take a listen to this bad boy song. I love the Mega Man medley. I think it's pumping up Luxray a bit too. You've seen him getting that damage crazy. Get him all the way to 93% already. And there's the clothesline. Ooh. Trying to get that grab read. RP4 trying to fight his way back in here, but Luxray's really commanding the stage well. And like, look at that. Like, the lack of platforms just in general here, like on this type of stage, I think are helping out Lux just a bit more ways than you'd think. Just because, like, on its face, you might say, like, well, now Luxray has no way of getting out of the way of projectiles, but it's like, he doesn't necessarily need a way out, because if he needs a way out, he'll probably just counter it, you know, and it's more beneficial than getting out of the way. Like, ooh, nice air dodge there. Let's see if he can get any extra credit here on this first stock. Trying to get that read with the counter again. Oh, going for that jab lock, doesn't get it. Tries to be patient there is RP4. Ooh, and the double fair now. Getting that stock off finally, only 32%. But we're gonna see Luxray right out of the spawn, just trying to get some damage on with that back air, and trying to get these reads with this counter. And the clothesline again. And another one. And there it is. There's going to be the stock.
Luxray with a pretty good lead right now. Let's see if he can try to set up.
Yeah. I think that what's interesting is I wonder like how RP4's kind of thinking about like how to use his projectiles on like a bit flatter stage too, because I know he really does like to set that bomb up and like so many ways with the platforms and all that, but on this stage, like, you're so limited with like what you can kind of do to set up for it, like in terms of like shooting at them. But that was a really great kind of bait there with a fully charged up B, and that's just a move that's gonna really kill you early, or even just take a stock like once it's charged. And there it is. Those are the bomb setups I've kind of been talking about, and
just like that, RP4 tying it back up after basically being down a stock.
Yeah. You've seen a lot of those spins come out from Luxray. Trying to assume that he's gonna have to use that get off me tool. Oh!
Oh!
Wow.
With the stomp!
As soon as I saw him throw it, I was like, that's gonna connect. And depending on what he does afterwards, like whether he decides to just stand and like see what happens or go off, is gonna determine this match. And I was definitely like, that's definitely what we saw, because he pretty much threw the bomb out, and then as soon as the hit stun got Link with the bomb, just decided, all right, well, you gotta confirm it, you know? Throws the bomb out and spikes him. Doesn't even have a chance to get the FB, so there's no chance that Link hits Incineroar and gimps him or something crazy. Just old-fashioned takedown by Luxray at that spike. Good stuff for him in that second game.
Yeah, this ought to be actually pretty interesting as they are both. This is a best 2 out of 3. These guys are used to being eliminated in 3 out of 5 scenarios.
That's true.
Yeah, no, this is they don't get to experiment as much with different characters in this particular kind of thing because they are actually just going on to play someone in losers finals. And just as a way to quickly refresh everybody's memory on that, Just Doki, who took the win over Luxray earlier, is waiting. So, if I'm Luxray, I'm pretty sure he's thinking twice about, how he's going to approach that. And, maybe not, kind of go in with characters he does not, consistently use. But we will see. These guys are back at it. I did not see... Yeah, I didn't see where they're going, but let's see now.
All right, so yeah, this is definitely the pick from RP4. He loves this stage, and he was telling, I think he mentioned this prior in the past tournament, but he has mentioned to me that he thinks that this is Link's best stage, and I can understand why. The bomb setups on the stage are pretty crazy. It's pretty much like FD, but you also have these platform mix-up with both, like, how you deal with people if they go on platforms, as well as just, like, if they decide to stay beneath them. And if they do decide to stay on those platforms, you have your up tilts, your up smashes, your up Bs and aerials that all are pretty dang oppressive on those platforms. But for Luxray, you're going to have a much easier time getting these earlier kills with these smaller blast zones, as well as just having more options to land from it being up high. So, like, you got to think of it both ways here, and even then, like, we're seeing a pretty close match in this best of 3. Nobody's holding back. No random characters, no funny business here, just all straight into it.
Just like that, they're both close on percent to be in.
Ooh,
RP4
he was going for that
read. Bomb, yep.
Yeah. Oh man, that's so scary. Nice, using the grab armor there to make sure that he did not get hit by that boomerang, but also making sure to get at least one pummel in to confirm that back throw kill. And that's one thing that, like, look right there. So see how he's able to do up B and then not land on the ground. That's something that's so useful for Luxray here, because that bomb coming in is something that he might not be able to avoid all the time, but if he's able to up B and then land on platform, and occasionally mix up RP4 of whether or not he's going to land on the ground, it's just such a great mix-up. And here we're seeing that mix-up with the regular bar throw. Ooh, are we gonna see here? Up throw? Not gonna kill yet. That's the one interesting thing about the stage, is that its vertical kill box is a bit bigger than its horizontal sides, and it makes killing off the top a bit more challenging than, like, just off the sides. So you will see a lot of horizontal kills, especially near these platforms and whatnot. The counter, that was so sick, just to get the extra damage. And he's not going to get too much off it with that neutral B, but the explosion coming from Link, hurting himself in the process. And look at this change in momentum with RP4 at 150. Really crazy stuff.
Tries to mix them up, and there it is.
Yeah,
wow.
I'm just going to do it all the way across
the opposite side of the screen.
Yeah. Tries to counter that, but he blows up a bit too early for him. Ooh, that was weird. Let's see, how's this gonna work? Super dangerous situation. Nice way to get back on stage using that. Oh no, back throw? Will that kill? It will not. Nair's back on stage. That might do it. And it will. Luxray goes on, taking that game 3.
Let's take a look at the replay on that. Luxray
The double
NYC.
suplex.
Yep. All right, next up, guys, we've got Just Doki coming back for Losers Finals, which is another best 3 out of 5 Just Doki.
Don't forget.
Right, yeah, no,